I'm Clover County. I'm a singer-songwriter. I'm just a girl. At the end of the day, I'm just a girl.
You're the type to sleep through a hurricane while everybody packs up and evacuates. You're writing songs in the eye of the storm, and you built it all up from the ground with a hammer and a nail and without a sound. You built a home for us and you didn't even know it. People say we were meant to be, but there was magic in the destiny. The black magic was the recipe and we didn't even know it. And Lord, take me back to that day. I caught you out singing on my window pane. I let you in and you never flew out again. You were one of those midnight crows calling out singing that nobody knows. You whistle your tunes from dusk to dawn and on and on and on. You found me in the eye of the storm, flying close to the sun. I couldn't take it anymore, but we made our pact for forever, on and on and on and on. Oh, midnight crow. Oh, midnight crow. You're the type to fly through the pouring rain while everybody lays low and decides to wait. Feel alive in the eye of the storm. And I never had the guts to leave the people of the town that was cruel to me. But from this bird's eye view, it's like I didn't even know them. People say it's too good to be, but that's the beauty of a destiny. That you're completing the rest of me, and you're the best of me, baby. And Lord, take me back to that day. I caught you out singing on my window pane. I let you in and you never flew out again. Oh, midnight crow. Oh, midnight crow. You're one of those midnight crows calling out singing that nobody knows. You whistle your tunes from dusk to dawn and on and on and on. You found me in the eye of the storm, flying close to the sun. I couldn't take it anymore, so we made our pact for forever, on and on and on and on. Oh, midnight crow. Oh, midnight crow.
I would say things started with Clover County in 2020. I was living in my parents' house. I had just finished my freshman year of college, came back from Birmingham, Alabama, a place I never thought I'd end up, and a place I never thought I'd be leaving so soon. So during COVID, I just started going down to my parents' basement every day. I was able to just kind of dive into this cool world. I was reading a lot of books and watching a lot of movies, and I was really inspired. So Midnight Crow was one of the first songs I remember writing during COVID in 2020 that just felt like I was able to dive into this world of story that I was seeing and that I wanted to tell. I love Easter eggs. I love saying really, really specific stuff that I'm like, ooh, that is so good that, I don't know, maybe somebody would pick up on. Like in Midnight Crow, I think the first line, I talk about a hurricane, and I grew up in Florida, and the hurricane season was really special to my family just because luckily nothing tragic ever happened to us, but it was just like bonding time to cozy up in a hallway in middle school. So next question. In a nutshell, I would say the sound of Clover County is bootgazey, something I'm going with now. It's interesting, I loved hearing other people's thoughts on this when I first started playing. I've heard emo country, post country, cosmic country. I've also heard like indie pop, or just singer-songwriter. It kind of boils down to that. I love experimenting with like steel pedal and that kind of like really bassy guitar tone for me. That feels cozy and that feels warm. Keep it pretty classic with bass and drums. I'd love to experiment having theremin one day, whether that's live or on a track, but I stay pretty close to my roots in the Southeast with our sound.
What good does it do to be this far from you? What have I done? I didn't lie, but I couldn't tell the truth.
Playing my first few shows versus the shows that we're playing now, I can think back to being so excited and so full of adrenaline and like sick to my stomach. I used to take like the day before and the day after and the day of off of work. Of whatever I was doing, I would clear my schedule to mentally prepare and put so much good pressure on myself because I knew it was really important to me that it just all went well and I wanted to take care of myself and present well. Now, you know, I'm getting there like 30 minutes into sound check, just like, all right, boys, let's run it.
How could you stand there? How could you act like, oh, you're not acting at all? How could you pretend like all that had happened wasn't just a summer ago? When I loved you like a brother, I talked about you to my mother. She said love will frame your eyes with glass and gold. It'll shatter in the madness before you ever even notice that you never knew the man you loved at all. No, you never knew the man you loved at all. How could you stand there? How could you act like?
To reflect on where I am today and feeling like Athens is home to me, and it was probably one of the first places I would call home right now. It feels really special. I feel so lucky. It's really romantic. Somebody called it the other day when they heard me. I was explaining just how the city runs itself and how people support one another, and they were like, that sounds really romantic. And I was like, yeah, it sure is romantic. I love it here. 2 years ago when I first got here, I wasn't sure it was my place and I was really scared, but I stuck around and I met a lot of good people. First person I think of, we're sitting in his shop, is Dylan Keel of Classic City Vintage Guitars. I came in here, I guess 2 summers ago after I played my first like festival as Clover County. It was like a backyard fest. He ended up becoming like a friend. He's been like family to me. He has given me job opportunities. Like I can't even explain all the opportunities he's given me. Dylan Keel stands to be the epicenter of the scene right now, whether anyone realizes it. He's touching everybody's instruments and gear. He's connected, and he connects everybody else with each other because he cares so much and he wants to see everyone succeed, and that has been inspiring to me and a lot of artists in town. I'm really comfortable, especially in a town like Athens, performing at a place like 40 Watt. It feels like home. It's so cool that I can say that, you know what I mean? I can walk in there and I see my friends. I'm working with my friends, and they've supported us along the way and helped us create this headline date. It's really special.
Black leather daydream, you hardly even know me and you still call me baby. Baby, baby, baby. Don't try to save me, everybody's trying, they always betray me. Baby, baby, baby. Red lipstick and cigarettes on your breath. Call me a kiss and I'll finish the rest.
there is a corner and it's full of women, singer-songwriters particularly. I feel like anyone who's just kind of singing by themselves kind of gets swept under the rug and put on the open mic scene, and I feel like there's a lot of power in people who are able to perform alone. And then on top of that, just like female singer-songwriters. It feels like there aren't that many, but there's a ton, and it needs to be given a bigger platform in a town like this. Talking to my girls, I would say, do not be shy. Do not feel like, oh, I'm a girl, there's just no representation. Like, you gotta take the bull by the horns and be the representation and be the first person to walk up to the band that you like and say, love yourself, connect, you know what I mean? Honestly, I feel like in my music business classes there are more women than ever, and the speakers that come into our classes, they're women, and it's really cool, and there is no reason that we should not all be teaming up and connecting for world domination. I love my name. My mom gave it to me, Amanda Grace, and everyone calls me AG, but Clover County just felt like a good move. I was 20 at the time. I wasn't sure if when I was 40 if it was going to be like the project that I wanted to be associated with. I didn't know where I was going to be in life, but going back to that, where I was in life was just happy exactly where I was. I have moved around a few times. I think when I got to Athens, I was convinced, like, this is it. This is the place that's going to change it all for me, and you can be let down by that thought process a lot. So Clover County instills the idea in me that your head space is your happy place. So Clover County is just kind of like my mental state. Mental state sounds harsh. Clover County is my happy place where I reside in my mind.
He's a desert drifting whiskey sipping man with turquoise eyes, tattooed knuckles, a brass belt buckle, and a pistol on his side. Oh, he's really been through it. He's got the scars to prove it. He wears his heart on his sleeve and tattooed ink of red and black. And he's been walking through miles of desert heat, through hell and back. Lord, he's really been through it. He's got the scars to prove it. And it should be a crime to love him this much. So I'm an outlaw inside my own dreams. A crime to love him this much. And that's the only crime to ever set me free. To ever set me free. I was in stagnant waters up to my knees, rising high so I couldn't see. I never wanted to ask you to save me, but you jumped in the water. Swim with me, baby. And it should be a crime to love him this much. So I'm an outlaw inside my own dreams. A crime to love him this much. And that's the only crime to ever set me free. To ever set me free. tired soul like me's been on this road for centuries, and I lost all faith that I'd ever find home. But in his arms I'm grounded, and this love's got me surrounded.